Welcome to 5 minutes of cheer, or if you like, 5 minutes of encouragement. And I welcome the Camp Hill Seventh-day Adventist Church members and Kings Heath Church plant attendees, and all of you who have tuned in on the social media right around the world. And today we're going to be talking about some of the incredible things that I have seen and some of you have seen and witnessed as you journey on some of the roads, especially on the motorways. And my role took me up and down the country on the fast motorways, which of course, unless of course you were breaking the speed limit, you were doing a normal 70 miles an hour. Oh yes, I know you keep within the law. But you know, I've seen people breaking the law. And let's be honest, maybe you have broken the law also. So what do I mean? Well, I've seen people being distracted. Oh yes, distracted because they are on their mobiles and they're not hands-free. That is a big distraction. And well, some might say that's an accident waiting to happen. Now that of course is breaking the law. But you know, I've witnessed some people being distracted by, yes, reading a newspaper. Reading a newspaper on the motorway, overtaking me. Now if that's not a distraction, I don't know what is. And more often than not, I've seen, well, more so ladies, not men, but putting on makeup whilst manoeuvring a car that is doing in excess of 70 miles an hour. Yes, one looks on in disbelief, but nothing can beat the one where someone was eating a bowl of cereal on the motorway. Yes, you heard me rightly, a bowl of cereal whilst travelling in excess of 70 miles an hour. If that's not a distraction, I don't know what is. And again, just think of what could happen. Not only could that person life be taken, but also others' lives could be taken because of those distractions. And yes, we're living in a world where we are easily distracted. And it reminds me in the Bible of someone who was very distracted. And whilst, yes, distraction can cause big problems and pain and hurt, there's also a distraction that's not so bad. Let me share with you a story that is probably very familiar to you. And it's a story in Luke chapter 10, and I'm reading from verses 38 to 40. That is verses 38 to verse 42. This is what it says. Now, as they went on their way, Jesus entered a village, and a woman named Martha welcomed him into her house. And she had a sister called Mary, who sat at the Lord's feet and listened to his teaching. But Martha was distracted. Yes, she was distracted with much serving, and she went up to him and said, Lord, do you not care that my sister has left me to serve alone? Tell her then to help me. Now, this is interesting what Jesus' response was, because it says in verse 41, but the Lord answered her, Martha, Martha, you are anxious and troubled about many things. But one thing is necessary. Mary has chosen the good portion, which will not be taken away from her. It's interesting. Are we feeling a bit like Martha, a bit anxious and worried about things that are taking place right now in this corona virus with COVID-19. But it seems to me that whilst Martha was doing a good deed, preparing food for Jesus and the other guests, Martha felt that Mary was being selfish, neglecting her duty. But Jesus recognized that whilst many things are important, the most important thing, Jesus said, is that you hear the word that I have for you in the Bible, that you spend time with me as you read your Bible, getting to know me, having a relationship with me. I pray that we, in fact, will be like both Martha and Mary. And you may say, well, what do you mean, Pastor? Well, I pray that we will have a heart like Martha that is willing to serve and to care for others. But I also pray for a heart like Mary that will take time to spend time sitting, as it were, at the feet of Jesus, sitting, reading his word, getting to know him, because that is something that is very important and something that I encourage you and me to continually do, sitting at the feet of Jesus. And that is a good distraction, a distraction that Jesus says will not be taken away from you in constant devotion to Jesus Christ. I hope this brings some encouragement and cheer to your heart, and I look forward to spending another 5 minutes with you of 5 minutes of cheer. God bless you, and stay safe. Stay home. Yes, protect the NHS and save lives. Thank you.